Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to my webcast. My name is Jim, broadcasting from the Garden State of New Jersey. Today I would like to show you how to record an electronic instrument using the computer software to do so. So let's jump right into it. We got a little bit of ground to cover, and let's start with the components that I'm using. And we'll walk around my little studio here and I'll show you what I got. Let me move this camera. There we go. Now there you're looking at the PC, and above it is the audio box interface, and basically what that is going to do for us is take an audio signal from any instrument and convert it into computer language that can communicate with either the computer or any of the other devices. So the whole name of the game here is MIDI, Musical Instrument Digital Interface, and that allows our instruments to talk to computers and back. So we take an audio signal, we convert it to digital, we bring it into the computer spits it out as digital, the audio box converts it to audio, it goes up to the amplifier and then up to the speakers. Okay, that's basically the whole thing, except for one thing. Is this unit here is my, can you see it? This unit here is my synthesizer that I like to use. Literally puts thousands of instrument voices, very nice instrument voices at my disposal. Acoustic instruments, electric instruments. It's a Roland JV1010. I'm really happy with that. So over here we're looking at the Studio One, PreSonus Studio One startup page. That's the program that I've been using. It's pretty intuitive. I've only had the thing for, wait a minute, I don't know, for about 6 months or so I've been using it, and I don't say I know everything about it. There's certainly a lot that I need to learn, but you can get started probably within your first month. And on this start page you can see, where's my little pointer? I always have a chopstick pointer ready so you can point and then go out to dinner. All my tunes that I've recorded are here, and I can click on any one of these. It'll open up a song page, and I can do any manipulation, make any changes, and then it goes into a mastering file. That's what this projects thing is. When you have 3 or 4 tunes that you know are going to go to the same CD, you call them a project, and they'll all be lined up and stereo mixed and mastered and ready to burn to a CD. Now on here we have our icon right here. I don't know if you can see that. It says create a new song, and that's what we want to do. We click on that. It gives us some templates to use, but for my needs, empty song is all I need. It gives us some information here: sampling rate 44 kilohertz, 24-bit. The time base is in bars. It has a tempo of 120 beats per minute is what I decided would be a good beat, good pulse for this tune. The tune itself is a Mozart canon. I'll bring this in, maybe if there's any musicians that want to play along. That's not really that good, huh? But anyway, the idea of a canon is, as one voice completes the first line, then the second voice starts as the first voice starts the second line, etc., etc. They're very easy to put together, and with a small amount of effort they can sound really good, I think. Let me make sure you have a good view here. I know you can't really see detail of what I'm doing, so to some degree you're just going to have to take my word for it. But up here in our toolbar, we add under track, we click add track, and that asks us a few things. We're going to call the track clarinet because that's the voice I decided to use for the opening track. It wants to know our input. It's coming from the right hand side because that's what this here. the audio Vox, and my audio cable, my audio signal is coming here out of the synthesizer. I'm going into the synthesizer as MIDI. I'm coming out of the synthesizer as a audio signal, and that goes into the interface, and the interface, as we've said, converts it to computer language. So that's all good. We click OK, and let me get it so you can see as much of this screen as possible. Okay, this area here is our workspace. We're going to start to see musical shapes populate this area here. We bring up our mixers. Here is our controller, level controller. We arm the track. It's named clarinet here. It's also named clarinet down here. And if we arm the track, we should be able to hear a signal. Yeah, and you can see it on both the level down here in the mixer as well as up here in your workspace. And here, as you can see where I'm at, is the output levels. I can adjust any of the levels in any of these places so that I'm not clipping or creating any distortions. I've got the metronome function, and what I want that to do is to give me 4 clicks before we start recording, and I'm going to go through the tune twice. So we're all armed, and I think we're ready to go. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. And that's the tune. We stop, we take it out of record, we go back to the very start, and this is our wave shape. And let's just hear a second or two of it, make sure that we got a good copy of it. And when, I don't know, can you see down here? Basically all the transport functions are here. Stop, rewind, go back to the beginning, fast forward. Basically any transport function that you would see on a tape machine, it's the same thing here. So I just hit this triangle that's pointing to the right. And there you have it. We've got our first track down, and at a certain point we'll consider doing things to the track itself. We can add effects, and we can add all kinds of devices, and of course as we consider more voices, what type of voices do we want to add into our clarinet voice? Do we want to have an all woodwind sounding orchestra? Do we want to have a mixed or ensemble where we have strings and some brass? And of course what will happen at that point, as we add more tracks, we'll see more horizontal lines. The next track that we add would be the horizontal line here underneath it, and we'll be able to see multiple tracks. And then these faders, the gain controls here, will start to populate this field. As we add more tracks, 5 or 6 tracks, there'll be 5 or 6 controllers down here. So that's basically it. That's a start. Hopefully, as more discussions, we will add on to this tune and maybe bring it out to about 6 or so tracks and like try to really fill it out. And that's, I think, where the creative process comes into play of considering the overall sound and how you want the group to sound, what type of voices you want to use. Okay, for now, that's it. Enjoy your day. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you again sometime. Bye now.